Hello there everyone, my name is Steve Goisan. Today I'd like to talk to you about a company of mine that has become pretty successful in Europe, and I would like to get that company evolved here in the United States. The company is called VISTA Design and Architecture. At this time I am expanding the operations to the United States. We work on 3D computer designs. For an example, you bought a house but you're not sure how you want to furnish it, remodel it, or how you want to set it up. We can do that for you digitally so that you don't have to spend money on doing things and then realizing that everything you have spent money on doesn't look good and you have to redo it again, or you're stuck with it for a few years, and that's the worst that can happen to you. Your home, any type of property that you live in or that you work in, are supposed to be enjoyable to you. At this time, I'd like for you to see one of the projects that we have done. I actually translated it to English because the project was actually done in Europe. Nevertheless, you will be able to see how we did our work, what it came out to be. If you like the house, I would really appreciate your comments, your intake, your questions. You can ask those. All the links will be posted for you at the end of the video. My YouTube channel will constantly be uploaded with new videos, so you can keep track of that as well. Why don't we just continue watching or start watching the video? You guys can see what work we did, and we'll take it from there. Hi, my name is Roman. I'm the lead designer, and this is one of our private home design projects. When we were approached to work on this project, the house was still in the stage of ongoing construction. Our task was to finalize the end look of this property. The outside style of the house would have to match the backyard, the interior design, and fit into the general concept of the house. So before brainstorming for the ideas, we decided to plot the territory around the house. And what we did is we began focusing on the front of the house, the side passage around the house to the backyard, which would have the rest area, the shed where you could keep your tools and gardening equipment, as well as planting some trees and gardening. Before we show you the inside of the house, we would like you to see the backyard and how it came to be at the end. In this area, we used natural material to create a passage which is not too heavy on the eye, and you can use it to get to the rest area. Right behind me you see the actual rest area, which is divided into two sections. This is the first section. In this section we wanted to create a campfire effect that would make you feel not at your property or at your backyard, but somewhere outdoors. So what we used to cover the ground is actually oak, which we plan would crack with time and create that forest wildlife look that would make you feel more outdoors and more comfortable where you are. Perhaps that's why the cat is here as well. And in this section we would think that you would have your friends over, put some barbecue on the table and enjoy your food. So this is the section where you would store some firewood, and inside you can keep the gardening tools, the lawnmower, etc., etc. The back you see is left out for the garden if you like to plant some vegetables. Trees that you want to have on your backyard, you could also put it all here or plant it all here. Our goal was to make everything simple. We put layers of soil here with obviously rich black soil on top. The client's main request was to come up with an alternative to the back side of the house, which was initially dull. It had a small balcony and didn't really present much. So what we decided to do is obviously create a bottom deck and also a second level terrace accessible from the master bedroom, which you could use to drink coffee. Basically we created two spaces, one on top and one on the bottom, very functional and convenient. Here we designed a zone which could be used for small private chats or simply to sit down in the shade away from the noise of the main crowd. You could have kids play here, or simply you can come out in the morning to have a cup of coffee with whoever. And if it's raining, you could move to the main covered deck. Here you can have a morning coffee or breakfast. You could invite friends and just enjoy the time outside while being close to the house, protected from the elements such as rain or snow, which was not initially in the design. Generally, we wanted to make the outside landscape simple, minimalistic. If there's snow on the ground, you could see the green plants. So during any type of season, you would actually feel enjoyment. Now that you saw the outside of the house, we are ready to move into the inside. This is the main walk-in area, and this piece of furnishing is very unique. Visually, we wanted to make this area as you enter the house very unique and standing out, so we looked into different options and decided to incorporate various elements to finalize and to come up with the final design such as this. On the opposite side, initially there was not much space. We decided to install a closet with glass doors, sliding doors to maximize the space. You could store many items within this area. The glass actually creates a visual effect of extending and making the room bigger. As we walk further into the house, we see an element on the wall which is very unique, and it's actually a storage for the keys, which you could store inside. When it comes to this elk, it's a figure that we actually didn't plan to use initially, but then we stumbled upon it as we were looking for different objects to put into the house, and I think it creates a good feeling, and it's probably a good amulet for the house. As you walk further inside the first floor, you see a relatively large room where we put in the living room space, a dining room space, and a convenient kitchen space. So when it comes to the living room, we decided to make it as cozy as possible. This is why we used warm lighting 3000 kelvins. We used maximum textile, stylish designer couch, old Belgian rug, this great simple unique table which is covered in several layers of stain, and that's it. Sort of a magnet of this room is this fireplace. Everyone is gathering around it, make some tea, wine, sit down and enjoy the fire. The dining room table we decided to do from two simple pieces of wood. It's oak, so the effect is natural because it's covered in stain. Kitchen zone, we made it in this setup. This section you could just sit down, talk to someone while they're cooking. You can just lay down and read a book. So that's that. This area is where you have all your appliances and the shelves. Here we are in a shower, which is divided by glass, tempered glass. The floor is inclined so the water could drain properly and blend with the rest of the floor. Toilet. In this section is the sink. The mirror is functional because you could store your things behind it. Everywhere it's clean. You could also hide stuff in this shelf. Staircase to the second floor. We used LED lighting.
It took a lot of attention to make sure it's not visible and everything is connected, but it looks great. You can see where you're going and there's no additional lighting. The room we're about to enter is basically an attic. It's between the first and second floor on the side of the house. Here's how it looks. This room we decided to zone a little bit because it was initially very large. So to make it more cozy, we made a bed with wood. We put an old rack, which gives authenticity. Bookshelves with old books. So there's a lot of unique and great decor. The other section behind the shelves is, in a way, an office space, a small office space. We used an old style of chair. The table is all scratched up, written up, but it gives it uniqueness. As we move further into the second floor hallway, you see this great quality laminate, which is basically like real wood, and it's flush with the tiles in the bathroom, which also matches the texture and extends onto the wall to create a cozy extensional feeling. The bathroom we decided to furnish with a great quality modern sink and also equip it with high quality furnishing for the cabinets. As we walk out of the bathroom, we see a walk-in closet entrance and two bedrooms. Let's go into the walk-in closet. The walk-in closet is custom made to fit exactly into the room space, and it's furnished with great quality linking systems hardware, which is known for its extended life and reliance. Now let's walk into one of the bedrooms, and the main point for us in this bedroom was to make a really functional and a great looking custom bed. Now this bed has numerous spaces that open up, close, slide off to store all the stuff. At the client's request, we went with an unconventional size custom bed, which, as you can see if I lay down, it looks very big in proportion to me, but it's actually a good thing. Here we have a great concealed storage space, which actually creates numerous spaces to store different types of items, and it extends across the whole wall. In this section we also have another storage space which opens up, and again the hardware we use is high quality Lincoln systems with great warranty, and it functions perfectly. The bedroom, as you can see, has main lighting, but we also wanted to create sectional lighting which could be switched on and off separately. So we could switch the LEDs off, or we can use this reading light without all the other lights, and we don't bother anyone else who's trying to get some sleep. Here you can see lighting solutions we have come up for the backyard and for the house facade. Each house design, or any type of design we create, internal or external, uses many different unique small features which in turn create their own little atmosphere and make it very cozy inside the place for the owner. So all these small things play a major role in the general house design.
Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm hoping to see a lot of comments, a lot of questions, a lot of contact from you. I'm in the United States. I'm able to meet with you. You don't have to talk to me over the phone, over the internet. I'm not God knows where. Since you're watching this portion of it, that means you watched it through till the end, and I thank you for that. I'm going to ask you to do subscribe and click on the bell so that you can see when new videos of our projects come out, and you can actually see the new projects that we do. I also incorporated my SteveGsells YouTube channel to have my real estate videos on it as well. So not only will you be able to see our design projects, You'll also be able to see news about the real estate and open houses that I have, and you can ask me questions on that as well. And let's stay in touch. And again, thank you guys for getting to this point in the video and watching the whole thing.